Hello everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started. I just want to thank everyone for coming. My name is Michael Van Beek. I'm a battalion chief with Richland Fire. I oversee the EMS and the Community Risk Reduction Division. I would like to acknowledge and introduce a few people before we get started. First of all, City Manager John Amundsen, thank you for being here. Deputy City Manager Joe Schissel, and Assistant City Manager Drew Florence. And I would also like to thank all the executive leadership team that is here today. Now I'd like to turn it over to Fire Chief Tom Huntington to say a few opening remarks.
Good morning, and thank you for being with us here this morning. We're very excited to have everyone here. I want to extend a warm welcome to everybody and relay that we're really grateful for you've made the time to be here with us today for this incredible initiative and an opportunity to celebrate the placement of our very first community-based 24/7 accessible automatic external defibrillator, AED is what we call them, here in Howard Amon Park. In 2019, the department established some what we called organizational legacy initiatives, and those initiatives included becoming best in class for delivering cardiac, stroke, and trauma care in our community. Because of those legacy initiatives, we initiated the Heart Safe Richland program, and this is part of that overall approach in our community to improve cardiac survival across the board. Since 2019, we've made great strides both internally and externally. Internally, we've invested in equipment, a robust training program, and we're on the leading edge of cardiac care in the United States, actually. We've also invested in the community by holding hands-only CPR training, and we've promoted the Pulse Point application, and we've collaborated with a number of community partners to improve cardiac care and survivability in our community. The next piece of that progression in this program is this 24/7 accessible AED, and our motto for Heart Safe Richland is don't wait for the help, be the help. We want to empower our community to make a difference, to take action, and to impact cardiac survival along with us as a partnership. We know the key to improving that survival in those cardiac cases is to improve community education and engagement and provide the community with the very best tools that we can to make a difference. And this 24/7 accessible AED is one of those key tools. Survival from cardiac arrest increases significantly when lay rescuers come into play and start CPR and provide access to the AED, application of the AED, even before emergency responders arrive on scene. This accessible 24/7 AED is a key component in that chain of survival for our community in one of the most active and amazing parks in our whole system in the region here. So we're very excited to have this piece of the tool, piece of the program, the tool in the toolbox, and have this available for our community to partner with us to improve those cardiac survival outcomes. Thank you again for being here today. We're thrilled to have all of you here and to see the unveiling. And with that, I'll hand this back over to Battalion Chief Van Beek. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief, for the kind words. Now I would like to invite up Dr. Kevin Hodges. He is our medical program director, and he oversees all the EMS agencies in Benton, Franklin, Yakima, and Adams counties. Since becoming our medical program director, Dr. Hodges has raised the bar of EMS performance in our area, and he's an advocate for staying at the forefront of EMS care, and he holds a high standard for EMS providers. Dr. Hodges has the same desire to improve survival from cardiac arrest and has been a strong supporter of our Heart Safe Richland initiative. So, Dr. Hodges.
Thanks, Mike. Hey there, my name's Kevin Hodges, and I'm an emergency physician at Cadlick Regional Medical Center, and I'm the medical program director overseeing all EMS for Adams, Benton, Franklin, and Yakima counties. I gotta say, I have high standards, just like Mike said, for all of our EMS providers, and very proud of the level of care that the EMS providers in our area provide and give the service to the community and to the hospitals here, especially in Richland. Richland Fire goes above and beyond. I need to take a minute to compliment Chief Huntington and Battalion Chief Van Beek and Battalion Chief Hempstead and all the other members of Richland Fire, because they've raised that above and beyond, especially in the area of cardiac arrest. In a setting of cardiac arrest, traditionally survival rates, especially outside of the hospital, your heart stops outside the hospital, survival rates have been absolutely terrible, abysmal, maybe somewhere in the neighborhood of a 3% to 5% chance of survival. And thanks to the efforts of the Richland Fire Department and the administration of the Richland Fire Department and efforts like this, to extend the chain of survival out to the community, where it's not just in the hands of the fire department, it's not just in the hands of the professional rescuers, not just in the hands of the emergency department. We have increased our out-of-hospital cardiac survival rate to close to 50% within the city of Richland. So really remarkable, deserves a round of applause just for that. And it's efforts just like these, because as Battalion Chief Van Beek said, it's not just the responsibility of professional rescuers. For every minute that a person in cardiac arrest does not receive CPR after the cardiac arrest happens, the fatality rate increases by 10%. The chances of them dying and not recovering increase by 10%. And therefore, it's up to the community, as well as the professional rescuers, to get in there early, get CPR certified, put hands on that chest right away, and then now with efforts like this, we'll have automatic external defibrillators, so that next step in the chain of survival, even if there's an absence of professional rescuers, and to help the professional rescuers to improve that cardiac arrest survival rate out of hospital to 60, 70, 75, 80%, numbers I wouldn't have thought were possible in the past, and it's all due to efforts like this. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dr. Hodges, for the words. We appreciate it. So a little bit about why is this important? I'm going to hit on a few statistics that Dr. Hodges talked about as well. In the United States, approximately 350,000 people suffer out-of-hospital cardiac arrest every year. But unfortunately, even when the cardiac arrest is witnessed, only about 5% survive. Here within the city of Richland, we are very proud, as Dr. Hodges said. Our survival rate here in the city is upwards of 50%. If you have but we can do better. This is partly because we don't have enough publicly accessible AEDs available, and most bystanders are still hesitant to step in and take action. When sudden cardiac arrest strikes, every second counts, because for every minute that goes by, the chance of survival decreases by 10%. Brain damage will start to set in after 4 to 6 minutes, and it's irreversible after about 10 minutes if no one starts CPR and sends for an AED. Studies have shown us that the immediate use of an AED combined with CPR can drastically increase the likelihood of survival. So that means that when someone has sudden cardiac arrest, they are highly dependent on the public to step in and help them. AEDs are safe for anyone to use. You do not need to be a trained responder to use one. By placing these life-saving devices in an accessible outdoor public space, we can flip the statistics and help save more lives from sudden cardiac arrest. Howard Amon Park was chosen as the ideal location for our first SaveStation because of the amount of people that utilize this beautiful park. Statistically, cardiac arrest happens where large numbers of people gather and recreate together. This area within the park has tennis courts, a boat dock, a bike path, the fingernail stage, a wading pool, and a playground, which are all used frequently by many people. This area of our park has also had 3 cardiac arrests in the past few years. Normally the saying goes that lightning never strikes twice. With sudden cardiac arrest, it is the opposite. If there is a cardiac arrest in a public setting, there will likely be another. By empowering the public with quick access to an AED, they now have the power to save a life. So I want to kind of hit a little bit about the campaign details for our community access AED program. This is the first SaveStation that we've installed, and it was made possible through the Heart Safe Richland initiative. The goal of the program is to be self-sustaining through community investment and crowdsourced funding. There's a space on each SaveStation, which you'll see here in a minute, to proudly display the name or logo of a business who would like to sponsor the placement of a SaveStation. Our goal is to place SaveStations throughout our community in areas where people gather and recreate. If anyone is interested in sponsoring a SaveStation or hosting a Heart Safe training, they can find out more at heartsaferichland.com or by calling the Richland Fire Department directly. Heart Safe Richland and this Safe Station would not have become a reality without the collaboration of many community partners and fellow team members within the city. So I want to extend a special thank you to Windermere Group 1, Pixelsoft Films, Apollo Construction, Richland Police Department, CCOM, and Catholic Regional Medical Center for their continued support. I would also like to thank Captain Josh Smith of the Richland Fire Department. Heart Safe Richland was his vision, and he made it a reality. The amount of time and energy that he invested into this program is amazing, and we want to thank Josh for his dedication to the program. One of the things I'm most proud of is that this Safe Station was not just a Richland Fire Department endeavor. We had help from a number of other city departments, and it was great to have so many departments and employees come together to make this Safe Station a reality. This really speaks to the level of collaboration that we have here at the City of Richland. So I'd like to extend a personal thank you to the Communications and Marketing Department, Allison, Gail, Holly, and Mark. They were key in planning and preparing for this event. Parks and Facilities Department, Sean Harper, Tommy Garcia, Sherry Gartside, and Julie Jackson. They helped establish the best location for this first Safe Station. Power Operations, Trevor Wilkerson, Nick McMahon, and Steve Versteeg. Nick and Steve were actually the ones that installed this Safe Station and powered the device. And I think it's appropriate to give everyone a round of applause for that. All right, so let's unveil the first Safe Station within the City of Richland, our first 24/7 community accessible AED. So just a little bit about the Safe Station itself. As you can see, the top is lit up to provide some good visual cues for people that this is here. Within the cabinet, when you open the door, it does alarm. A loud alarm goes off. We want people to be aware of that and not be afraid of that should they need to use the AED, but we're hoping that's also a deterrent for people who might have other intentions with the AED. So it does alarm. Another key factor is the AED is also equipped with a GPS tracker. So anytime the AED is moved, up to 50 cell phones will get an alert that the AED is on the move, and it will give a pinpoint location as to where that AED is at. So right now I can open up my phone and I can look and see that it's still here. If it were to move, I would get an alert on my phone that says the AED is on the move, and we're also going to have that programmed with a cell phone up at CCOM to where they're alerted that the AED is on the move should it happen in the middle of the night when I might be sleeping. Another key factor with this AED is it also comes with remote monitoring. So I can hop on a computer program and look and see and make sure the AED is functional and make sure it's in proper working order at any time. The cabinet itself is actually climate controlled. We worry about the heat and the cold, so it's a climate controlled cabinet that will make sure the AED is always in the right temperature range to be operational. With that being said, I would invite everyone to come over, take a look. Just beware if you open the cabinet, it will alarm. But as soon as you close it, the alarm will go off. And I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who came out to support this initiative. Our hope is that this unveiling will inspire more placement of Safe Stations and 24/7 accessible AEDs within our community. And this is really our effort to truly make Richland a heart-safe community. So thank you.